Via Cultura over Galatea in het Dordrechts Museum.
We zitten in de tuin van het Dordrechts Museum met Babette Spiering. Babette, je bent educator en stadsverbinder. Kun je in een paar zinnen uitleggen wat dat is?
Ik ontwikkel projecten specifiek voor de stad. En daarmee werk ik samen met lokale samenwerkingspartners. Dus bijvoorbeeld Buurttek Dordrecht, het COA, vluchtelingenwerk, maar ook bijvoorbeeld de Merwelanden of het Vogelnest.
En met als doel om ze naar het museum te trekken of om ook een museum naar buiten toe te brengen?
Twee kanten op. Dus ik probeer de muur van het museum een beetje door te breken. En onze collecties ook bekend te maken, dus buiten de museummuren. En daarnaast probeer ik ook de mensen de museummuren in te krijgen, natuurlijk.
Ja, heel mooi. En we gaan zo kijken bij een project dat heet volgens mij Ask the Artist.
Ja.
Kun je vertellen wat dat voor een project is?
Wij hebben een samenwerking met de Galatea Foundation. Dat betekent dat wij nu aankomende om de 2 jaar de Galatea tentoonstelling gaan organiseren. En dat is een kunstprijs voor kunstenaars met een recent migratieverleden. En aan mij werd gevraagd hoe we deze tentoonstelling gingen ontwerpen of ontwikkelen van oké, wil je hierbij een rondleiding ontwikkelen? En toen dacht ik bij mezelf, nou, we hebben hier straks 8 hele talentvolle kunstenaars op zaal hangen. Met allemaal een heel erg mooi verhaal over een zoektocht naar de wereld, naar identiteit. Hele mooie kunstwerken. Dus waarom kunnen ze dat niet zelf vertellen?
Ja.
En zo is eigenlijk Ask the Artist ontstaan, waarbij ze nu voor de 3e keer, dus ik heb nu tot volgende maand 1 keer in de maand een middag waar ze zelf op zaal staan over hun eigen werk vertellen.
Dat is hartstikke mooi. Dat is dus al een paar keer geweest.
Ja.
Hoe waren die eerste ervaringen?
Heel bijzonder. Vorige keer, we zitten nu in juni, dat was in mei, was Mohammed ook aanwezig en hij had op een gegeven moment een heel mooi gesprek ook met een meisje die net zoals hij uit Palestina kwam en die ook bezig was met kunst. En hij heeft daar echt een advies kunnen geven over oké, ga het zo aanpakken en ik loop hier tegenaan en probeer dit misschien anders te doen, zodat jij verder kan komen dan ik op dit moment misschien al ben. Dus het waren eigenlijk, merk je ook dat mensen met elkaar in gesprek gaan over elkaars leven.
Ja, dus er ontstaat een heel mooi gesprek tussen kunstenaar en toevallige bezoeker.
Ja.
Waar ze beiden eigenlijk heel veel aan hebben.
Ja, het is eigenlijk bijna meer een middel in plaats van het uitgangspunt. Dus het werkt heel verbindend.
Dat lijkt me hartstikke mooi om te zien. Ik stel voor dat we zo naar binnen gaan en eens kijken wat de kunstenaars daar te vertellen hebben.
Ja, misschien is het leuk om te vertellen dat we vandaag Berkay en Noor op zaal hebben staan. Berkay komt uit Turkije en Noor komt uit Syrië.
We are at the Galatea Art Prize. One of the artists at this exhibition is Berkay Tuncay. Nice that we could have a talk together. Why are you taking part on this exhibition?
It started with me that I saw this open call of this exhibition and it was especially for the artists who are living in Netherlands and they have this recent immigration history.
Yes.
And this is my 2nd year in Netherlands. After I lived 1 year in Maastricht, I was at Jan van Eyck Academy and then I moved to Amsterdam. And I thought this open call is for me. That's why I wanted to participate in.
Oh, you must be very proud that they picked you.
Yeah. It was a nice occasion. Yeah.
And you wrote a poem. It's kind of strange poem. If I look at all the words, what is the story behind it?
The story is I'm an artist who is interested in internet culture and generally this is a theme in my works. I often produce works about how internet culture or how internet affects the society. Mm-hmm. In here you also see the subtitles that we are accustomed to see when we are watching a movie on YouTube or Netflix. So that was the starting point, and I saw when I was watching this TV series called Mr. Robot, there was a very long shot and I only saw the subtitles that are explanatory. This is not a dialogue, but it is an descriptions of emotions. Mm-hmm. So when I saw that potential of a possible poem, I started collecting them. That is how I started this project.
You leave out a lot of words, and what is remaining are just the emotions.
Yeah, in a way, and sounds and descriptions of the emotions, as you say. In a methodic approach, what I did was I downloaded all the scripts of this TV series, and I erased all the dialogues. So you're only seeing the ones that are in brackets. And playing with that idea, I composed a new kind of experimental poetry, if I may say.
Okay, it's a nice experiment. It is part of a series of poems, or is it just one poem?
It is a series. Like, this is the second part. Also, like, I realized one on the facade of Jan van Eyck Academy building last year, and this is the second version that is specifically produced for this museum and for the show, because when the audience see and read what is written, they might imagine in their minds that, like, it is about an opening day. It is about the museum context, and
So
that's about it.
It's lovely to start this exposition reading this poem.
Especially tomorrow, when it is the real opening and announcement day. I think it would work fine with that context also. Yeah.
Okay, and part of the program is that's Ask the Artist. People that are visiting this exhibition can talk to you. Did you have already a nice conversation? Or?
Yeah. Actually, we were lucky to have a very lovely group just before you arrived, and it was super nice to have that opportunity. Because although we are in the museum context, it's always nice to reach a broader audience, not only art professionals, but people who would like to see and understand and touch, and that's what we are doing today.
And your own poems, they are not only for the museum, you show them in another way.
Well, I already published 2 self-published poetry books, and again, they were about instant messaging and relaxation videos. These are the things that we saw on internet on daily basis, and this will be the third one. Will be about descriptive noises, and hopefully I will finish that one and publish it in a poetry book format also.
Would be lovely. I'd like to read it and to hear from you as soon as the book is finished. I wish you a lot of success finishing it, and it was nice talking to you. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
We are here at the Dordrechts Museum at the Galatea Art Prize. Your work is part of this exposition, Noor Issa.
Yeah.
How did you get to be involved in this exposition?
I know the Galatea Prize. I did like an exhibition with them 2 years ago, and they just like sent me an email and they asked me if I would like to participate in this exhibition, and then I agreed.
Oh, it's very nice, and you made a very large painting, number 1, quite recent work. What is the story behind it?
This piece is like one of 20 other pieces that I did as one project, and the project name is like, can I say what I say, but can I write what I write? And actually, I started working on that project while I was working on another project. And with that project, I was like experimenting with writing, and after like 10 years of not really writing anything longer than a sentence, and that was actually the title of the thing. Like, I wrote like a sketch of a book, which was part of my thesis actually last year, and the title was like, in the last 10 years of my life, I didn't write anything longer than a sentence. And through that process, which it was true, and through that process of me like writing and trying to write and figuring out what to write about, and all this process, I was like very scared to write, and in between I was like, okay, I am going to paint. And actually, like, I'm not only a painter, so like I'm a multimedia artist, so like I do paintings, art performance, installations, videos. And painting as a medium is the only medium sometimes I struggle to talk about, because like for me, when I start doing a painting, most of the time I would just like go and start painting, and most of the time I don't know what I'm doing, but sometimes I know what I'm doing. So, and while I was like doing that project and like writing, I was like, okay, I am going to paint now. And through the process, I was like, okay, I'm gonna just like stretch a canvas and see what I am gonna do. And while actually stretching the canvas, I made a little mistake of like not making the stretching perfectly. And then I was like, okay, actually, I'm just gonna play with that mistake and not like actually try to make it perfect anymore.
Just use the
just
mistake.
Like to play, exactly, and just like to play with the frame and the fabric and the frame itself. And then I fold it in the way that you see, and then after like 2 weeks or something, I was like, okay, what can I do? And then I start stitching, and then I start like making this like line, and then like I didn't really like, sometimes you do things are related to what, of course, to what you're going through at the moment, but sometimes you need some time to actually realize some things. And that was the case in this project. So like after because I was writing in English as well, which my mother tongue is Arabic, so we write from right to left, and in English you write from left.
Only that, it looks like an enormous transition.
Exactly, so like actually the opposite. And then after me stretching the canvas, I realized actually it's like I did the folding on the right side, and and then I was like, okay, yeah, so like that kind of the story. Like,
but did it help you to start writing again, or?
It did, because like now, I mean, because like for me, that's as well play a big part in my work, that like I love to challenge myself and I love to do things that I'm not familiar with. And that's why I didn't, because like I could have said no to the writing and I could just made another artwork and said like, okay, this is my thesis, because like you know, like as an artist, you should like, you're free to do and express in any way that you feel and you want. But then I was like, I don't want to take the easy out of this, and I'm just gonna actually challenge myself and take this as a fun game. But it wasn't all fun game, of course, because like I was really,
it was difficult as well.
Yeah, I was like really scared. Like there was this fear of me as well reading what I write, like what I was writing, and I was like, the way I was writing, I was like writing, I come back to continue writing, I would look only to the last sentence of what I wrote and continue writing. So I wasn't really reading what I wrote till that moment actually came.
It was just thinking, writing down, and then afterwards experiencing.
Till that moment came, okay, well, Noor, now you have a lot of things that you wrote. Now it's time actually to read it and to find a way how to put them together. And I was going to quit at that moment. I was like, okay, I can't do it. I can't. I was very scared. I started crying. And then I was like, you know what? It's like now or never. And then.
So in the end, you succeed.
I don't know. Yeah, like I mean, I did. Like I would say, I went through it. So yeah, like I mean, and right now, like now I wrote a sketch of a book, and later in the future, like I'm now working on a book. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna work with a ghostwriter as well, because like I'm not really sure if as well like writing is my main thing or my thing.
Well, I wish you a lot of success also with the conversation with the public.
Thank you so much.
Hope to see you again.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys.
Thank you for the interview.
Thank you.
Dit was Via Cultura. Volg Via Cultura op de site via078.nl en ook de 3 omroepen: Atos RTV, RTV Papendrecht en RTV Dordrecht. Bedankt voor het kijken.